This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
The award-winning Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Hodges University. Build the future you at Hodges University.
Southwest Florida, I'm so thrilled to have a representative here from the Florida Rural Legal Services who are doing such a great job in the community. That would be Michelle Trunkett, contract consumer lawyer. So I need to let you look at all my contracts. Michelle?
Well, no, what I'm doing is working on consumer law issues.
Okay. Tell us, what is Florida Rural Legal Services?
Florida Rural Legal Services is an agency that provides free legal assistance and legal representation to low-income individuals in the community.
Throughout Southwest Florida?
Throughout Southwest Florida, Lee, Charlotte, DeSoto, Glades, and DeSoto counties.
Free?
Yes.
No
free.
strings attached?
That's correct.
That's great. Who are some people you serve?
We represent low-income individuals.
Does anybody who falls in that income category?
So they have to be at 125% of the poverty level. We also serve seniors in addition.
Tell us about your area of expertise, your specialty area. Elaborate.
So I've been hired to do, like I said, consumer cases. Those cases involved anything relating to people who are being collected for debts. So credit card lawsuits, repossessions, garnishments, things like that.
Those people who have a case but don't have legal representation, they come to you, their income qualifies, then you provide them world-class attorney services just like any attorney
Absolutely.
On the planet Earth.
Absolutely.
Give me an example of somebody you've worked with before. You don't have to call their name, just so we can use a Sesame Street for the public.
So we've had several people who've called recently who have already probably didn't have representation when they were originally sued, so there was already a judgment issued against them. So either they've had their wages garnished or their bank accounts garnished to enforce the judgment. So we've worked with them to file the proper motions and exemptions and hope that we can stop their wage garnishment or bank garnishment.
I know you mentioned some of them, but what are some other common consumer issues?
So, like I said, a lot of debt collection issues and enforcement of the judgments, maybe repossessions. We do have someone that does foreclosure cases, people who are being collected wrongly, perhaps.
Let's go back to that. Collection of the debt. Somebody's trying to collect some debt from me, some big fancy company. What are my rights?
Well, it really depends on
Give me
who's
some little
collecting.
basic stuff.
Yes,
right?
it depends on who's collecting it. If it's a debt collector, someone who is collecting on behalf of another party, then you have the right to tell them not to contact you anymore.
Keep calling and blowing up my phone,
They
sending me all those letters.
You can ask them not to do that anymore, and then they should not contact you.
Really?
Yes.
And then what can they do? What's their next step?
They can continue to collect against you through lawsuit.
I got you. But they just can't harass me, calling me in the middle of the
Exactly.
night, talking about I
Exactly.
owe them $25 and stuff like
Exactly.
that. I'm just kidding, folk. I'm pretty cool with my debts right now, thank God. Because people get in debt situations not on purpose. Sometimes things happen in life that puts you in that situation, right? Example?
Absolutely. For most people, they've done something, it's not through anything they've done. They've either lost a job, they've gone through a divorce, something like that, that's prevented them from staying on top of their bills.
Is bankruptcy a consumer matter?
It is. It's a fair way for people to resolve their debt issues.
Do you recommend that, or?
For some people, it depends. There are consequences to filing bankruptcy, but we do an evaluation. So if someone is wondering if that's the proper resource for them, then we would evaluate it to see if it's appropriate.
When we say consumer, we're just talking about individuals, right?
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Right, because you wouldn't represent the company.
No, we would never represent the creditor at
Okay.
Florida Rural.
Now, are consumer matters different from other matters?
In terms of how we handle them in our office, we do have a little bit of an expanded qualification that you can have. You can make more money to qualify for our services for consumer issues.
Now, if a client is served with legal documents for credit cards and different things like that, what should they do with that legal document?
Depends on what kind of document it is, but if you're being sued, you should contact, whether it's our office or another lawyer, you should contact an attorney, get some advice. You usually have a very strict time deadline that you need to respond to the court, or if it's a small claims case, that you would need to go to the pretrial conference.
Now, throughout this interview, we have your phone number appearing on the screen. When a person calls that phone number or visits that website, what happens from there? They get like a friendly voice that walks them through the process?
The first step when they call us is that they have to become screened to see if they're eligible for our services financially. And then after that, they would be assigned to an attorney, and an attorney would call them back.
Okay. What about your job personally? How do you feel knowing that you're helping people who normally wouldn't have legal representation? I'm assuming you speak Spanish as well.
Actually, no, I don't.
You don't?
No, I
Okay, I was going to have you say something in Spanish. Woo!
Sorry.
I shouldn't assume anything, right?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So, but you guys have, I know you have Spanish-speaking
Yes, we do,
people
and
there.
Creole-speaking.
Creole as well? Okay. How does you feel personally knowing you're helping somebody?
I find it to be the purpose of what I do. Everyone deserves representation, whether it's civilly or criminally, and I feel very honored to be a part of enabling that process.
Where did you go to school?
Florida State University.
Oh, God. I'm kidding you. I'm a
Stetson
big
Law
Seminole
School.
fan. I'm a big Seminole fan. Undergrad?
Undergrad, Florida State, and
All right,
Stetson
give them
University.
give them some publicity. Okay. Stetson, right? That's what
Right,
you're saying.
that's
And that
correct.
was Jacksonville, Stetson?
And the law school's in DeLand.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure
Or
having you here.
St. Pete. Sorry, I messed
Stay right
that
there.
up.
Don't go anywhere. Been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
Is there one final thing you want people to know that they don't know about Florida Rural Legal Services? They always ask, and you say, man, I wish more people knew that. What is that?
That we're there, and we're there to help people before it becomes a problem.
Okay.
hopefully.
Let's bump you out, Michelle.
Very good.
Stay right
Thank
there.
you.
As the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Michelle and all the fine people over there at Florida Rural Legal Services who are providing legal representation for low-income people. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to go out to the Lee Pitts Live 25th anniversary celebration. Get a chance to meet some people who are out there at that event. It was a packed house. We'll be right back.